And this is CNN News 18's mega exclusive news break. Top intelligence sources have told CNN News 18 that both the accused managed the arrest for almost 42 days. They skipped it for so many days because they were not in the state of panic or hurry. They were relatively quieter. They were very carefully managed low-cost lifestyle and in fact stayed in hotels for 400 to 500 rupees per night. Cryptocurrencies were also used where their account was linked to the account of the handler and the ATM was also with the people. This is the big news that we have received, the big information with CNN News 18. We have CNN News 18 Ritu, who has been tracking this story very closely for us, bringing us this big update. Ritu, over to you. What more details do we have about this entire matter, about the accused, also where they were living and how they were managing to stay away from getting nabbed for so many days?
Well, you see, right after this, both the accused, in fact, had this master plan of placing that IED, a bomb at the Rameshwaram Cafe in the Whitehall in Bengaluru on March 1st. You see, right after that, the NIA officials and various other agencies officials were actually in search of these absconding accused. And in fact, look at this, there's been a very good plan by these accused that they were not at all in a panic mode at all, because you see their whereabouts, that was the main, in search for the NIA official, but both of them remained to be in the India itself. They did not move out as well. So that's the very clear that both the accused were actually not at all panicked, and the way that they had tried to manage their low-cost life is also again a question here, that they had managed to find the hotels, the stays, which would just cost them at least 400 to 500 rupees a night. And then moreover, you see the transaction there, then the cryptocurrency was also very more importantly was used and was also linked up to their accounts of these handlers, and the ATM was also with these people. So they weren't scared at all. They did know how they have to manage it, for how long they will have to really manage their life as well with that low cost management. And moreover, so far the agencies have not worked out completely fully on the itinerary, but according to them, they have traveled to Chennai, Orissa and West Bengal as well. So right now, after during this interrogation, that the NIA officials will try and understand that where all they had stayed in the specific cities, whether they were in contact with others as well. They have tried to radicalize other youngsters as well. So you see, that will remain an important part of the investigation there again. And they have also used these identities of including Maharashtra domicile, Jharkhand and Karnataka and Tripura. So this also again raises the question that whether they did really know a lot of people there, whether there are these group which is actually spread across as well, where there are these assistants that have been provided from a different parts of the nation. So that becomes an important part during the investigation. And the kind of names that you see specifically that they have used, though they belong to a particular community, the identities completely shows that with the surname that been used, as in the Patel, Das and Agarwal as well. So, and then demography of the place also becomes important. And remember, during the Mangalore cooker blast as well, the Sharik had used the Hindu Aadhaar card, a person's name of belonging to a Hindu community. So very clear that indication, and then his whole intention was actually place that bomb at a religious place, at a temple, but that however exploded within and in the auto itself. So there again he had tried to forge the identity, and thus very similar pattern can be seen in this investigation process so far from the officials. But however, this arrest comes in a 42 days.
Right, Ritu. Please stay with us. Since we are talking about the inside track of the arrest, we have got another piece of breaking news coming in. This is also CNN News 18's mega exclusive news break brought in by our group editor Manoj Kumar Gupta. This is the inside track of the arrest. About 42 days, these accused followed sort of a pattern. The top intelligence sources have told CNN News 18 that these arrests in particular are very crucial for the intelligence agencies and the NIA in turn. They are arrested from Digha. The agencies were following a pattern for the arrest which they were continuously following. And after the attack, they were staying only in guest house. These accused were only staying in some sort of the guest house and in fact the private lodges where verification is not too much forced. And first breakthrough came in after the agencies found the cap of one of the accused. Ritu continues to stay with us on the phone line. Ritu, tell us how crucial this update is going to be in this entire matter, how they actually nabbed these two accused from the state of West Bengal, and what is going to be the next step of the investigations for the NIA specifically.
Process and an initial investigation process, you see, first thing what was a big link for this officials was the local transportation usage, and then you see, secondly was the cap that was actually recovered as well from a spot where this main accused Shazib had trained to change his attire and then move to his next spot for that matter, and then later point you see with that whole cap recovery from the Chennai, one of that malls. That's when the NIA officials were able to reach that place of when he had purchased, with whom all he had come as well, and where further he had actually gone to travel as well. So right after that is when you see the main one who had provided the logistic support was actually arrested, and that arrest was really somewhere that the 60% of work by the officials was really done there itself, because that then became very clear for the officials to understand and where the whereabouts of these two main accused, who were not at all panicked, not at all worried as well, that any time that the NIA officials would reach them to nab. And moreover, you see the smart plan of the accused has also been the kind of locations that they have decided to actually select to for their stay was actually very low cost maintenance locations were decided by them. And on the other hand, you also see the tourist places are usually you see very less at a time that the officials or anyone for that matter would enter asking for a people for their identification, because when there are people from a different parts of the country and also outside the country keep visiting the tourist hubs. So those are the locations which are actually not continuously looked up. So they have really taken an advantage of such locations in the nation, that they have traveled to a different states as well. So, but however, you see in the moreover with the investigation process now on, right after they will be produced in the court in Bengaluru, therein the more crucial information will be able to, the officials will be able to collect and come to a conclusion that how far that they have actually spread across the nation, what has been their specific motive as well, and if there are different handlers behind it, all that now will be under radar.
Right, Ritu. Thank you so much for walking us through all those crucial updates in this particular case. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates on that story. Right.